There are new safety concerns tonight after police say a driver intentionally plowed into tents in downtown Seattle and then fired several shots. Thankfully, those tents were empty, but the situation is unsettling to those in the area. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jessica Janner Castro.
I'm Steve Solis. King 5's Jim Nelson joins us live tonight as police continue to look for that suspect. Jim.
Yeah, incredibly, nobody was hurt, but this is just the latest example of either an attack or a threat against people experiencing homelessness. Life on the streets comes with challenges and dangers.
Every time I come out, y'all got to look over your back because you never know. Anything can happen.
I met Milton along 3rd Avenue in downtown Seattle, where these streets are lined with tents. They're often occupied. Thankfully, they were not last night around 11:30 when Seattle police say someone in an SUV drove onto the sidewalk and intentionally ran some of these tents over, right at 3rd and James. SPD says its officers saw it happening.
This has to stop. God doesn't do this.
Traffic cameras captured the aftermath, cops pulling up on the suspect or suspects just a block away. The driver took off. Officers chased but stopped the pursuit when they learned the tents were empty and nobody had been hurt. But they also say a short time later that same SUV went back toward the tents and reportedly fired multiple shots.
That person don't need to be nowhere in this society. That's really messed up.
The officers didn't find any casings and nobody was willing to talk. This is just another in a string of frightening nights. In February, a man was run over while sleeping on a Capitol Hill sidewalk. Just weeks before that, 2 women run over along Aurora Avenue. Do you feel safe out here?
Of course not. But God has to take over.
Now, the latest from police is that they have still not been able to identify a suspect. Live in Seattle, Jim Nelson, King 5 News.